Hey, soul survivors, we are going on a trip to the future. So, we're going to talk about our inner child, also the narcissist inner child. We all have these different wounds or things we've experienced that shape how we perceive the world. So, not nobody else is just like you. You will see things differently than anybody else in this world. You might have some similarities with other people, but you will never see their exact side because you use your perceptions, your experiences to understand other people. And that is empathy, but there's never going to be 100% match of empathy because it comes from our experiences, which are unique to ourselves. So, healing our inner child, also what our inner child has taught us, can really make a difference in our future. So, as we grow up, we have different little injuries that happen to us, whether we felt left out because we have an older or younger brother or sister, they were treated differently. Even twins have different experiences, whether it's differences in grades at times or, the one twin got picked up before the other one. Just little things affect us. So trying to understand ourselves lets us know where we need to keep our boundaries, the things that upset us. So if we grew up in a good home, we know respect is important. So when we are disrespected, it's a trigger to us. And um, when you're dealing with a narcissist, there's a lot of disrespect. Now they can be used to disrespect, so they take it differently than we do. We can call them names, and it's not going to hit as hard as it's going to hit us. So that's just letting you know who you are and why certain things upset us, why we have a difficult time relating to the narcissist. In the beginning, it gets confusing because things go along great. And they go along great because the waters weren't tested yet, the boundaries weren't pushed. The narcissist knows how to handle themselves in public. And so, in the beginning of a relationship, they utilize those techniques to handle us. They get along, they conform, they're chameleons, and they present somebody who they aren't. So as time goes by, they start to devalue us. And we didn't sign up to be devalued. Now, the narcissist is used to, in a sense, either being devalued, so they don't take it as hard, or sometimes they take it hard because they were pumped up to believe that they were this great, great person. And they will go to great extremes to have everything their way. They're in need of control because they did not have control in their childhood. So, um, when we interact with people, the words that we say, the choices of the words that we say come from our experiences. Why do we say what we say? Why do we respond in certain ways? Sentence structure, all that kind of thing. Those things. So understanding ourselves will let us know what we want in a mate. And they have that 80-20 rule where, we have to realize nobody's going to be perfect for us. Um, because that would be a fantasy. That's what the narcissist wants, is somebody perfect. But if you're 80 or 90% happy, you either do an 80-20 or 90-10 um, uh, kind of goal for the mate that you choose will be good. But when it's like 30-70, that's toxic. If it's not at least 50-50, to where you're 50% happy, 50% sad, that's not a good relationship. But when you're only happy like 10-20% of the time, it's toxic to you, and it will affect your brain, it will affect your self-esteem. And as we go through our relationship, we are fighting to get back to being us. We don't like how we're being treated. And the narcissist needs to have a punching bag because they have all those frustrations built up. And it's not necessarily physical, it can be emotional punching bag that they need to discard, they need to devalue. So as long as they're devaluing someone, they're happy. And we have to think about what we're willing to take. There's transitions in relationships where you try to work the kinks out, but the narcissist has no intention on doing that. They might appease you so they can use you. If they don't want you to leave, let's say it's for sex or whatever, they're going to appease you, but it's not because they love you. It's because they love what you provide. And they objectify when they think about us. It's in a different way. We see them as a human. We see them as a person. We try to empathize with them, but they don't like to empathize. Some of them aren't even capable of it. Sociopaths and psychopaths have no empathy. The narcissist can have some, and it's in a varying degree. But if somebody's not going to have empathy on us, they can turn quite cold. And the closer you are, the more of a punching bag you'll be. So we have to realize, you know, what it is we want. Sometimes we get so attached during that trauma bond, we're not looking at the full picture. We're looking at the moment. Narcissists love to live in the moment, but we're doing that with our own lives sometimes, that we're not looking at how it is affecting us. Our production at work might go down. We might have sleepless nights. We might be crying a lot, not wanting to talk to people. It's changing our personality. And that's why we have to be careful we don't become narcissist, or at least more narcissistic. We all have narcissism in us, but the trauma and the pain will cause us to change our personality. And that's why we don't feel good. It's not who we are. And some people dissociate. They feel like they're outside of their body. It can get quite severe. And depression, if you are hopefully not struggling with suicide, thoughts. If you are, there's 988, the suicide hotline. One is our country code if you're outside the United States. But the abuse can, over time, really get to you. So realize what your triggers are. That's telling you something. The reason you have triggers will let you know either what your desires are or what your avoidances should be. So understanding yourself will be the foundation of your future. So I hope that was helpful, and I will see you in the next video. Please like and subscribe, share if this will help somebody. See you soon.